and welcome back to the OG channel, the channel dedicated to all things cheap in the world of fragrances. And in today's video, we're going to take a look at 3 fragrances that are perfect for the warm weather, whether it's in spring or in summertime or maybe even early fall. And not just any fragrances, but these in particular are 3 clone fragrances, or even things that are inspired or smell similar to other fragrances, whether it's on purpose or whether it's just the way that they were designed. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first one here. It's one that has been talked about and hyped up all over the fragrance community, as well as I think most of these here. But this one is one that, in more particular, from the house of Lafa, that's been getting a lot of hype, smelling very similar to another very high-end niche fragrance. It is by Lafa. It's called Mahir Legacy, and a lot of people say this is Mahir Legacy Silver. So you have the horse head cap, which is actually very heavy, and a nice reflective silver bottle. And what a lot of people actually say this smells similar to, or what it's meant to be cloning, is Parfum de Marly's Sedley. And how this one starts off is just like Sedley, being a very effervescent, almost sparkling style of citrus, like a fizzy citrus drink. And then it quickly gets into a lot of aromatics, being a little green, a little herbal, with a very noticeable mint note, as well as a lot of other aromatics, and has a lot of ambroxan and musk as it comes out. And a lot of people might not take to this because of the way the musk come across. I know even with me, I do really enjoy it, but sometimes the musk can come across a little too strong, a little harsh, or a little bit of a funky kind of way. But you can't deny that how it reacts in the heat, especially how it lifts up all that citrus and the aromatics and that mint, it comes across very, very fresh, very, very bright, light, airy. This also has a lot of a classy, upscale, mature kind of feel as well. And performance with this one is about average. It has a good about 6 hours longevity with a medium, sometimes medium loud projection, depending on how much you spray and how you wear it. But this is a very, very high quality, very smooth fragrance. And even though the scent profile might not appeal to everybody, you can't deny the quality that this is in, how it's made, and especially after it macerates over time, it gets better and better, even richer, even deeper, and even more realistic smelling. But as far as something in the high heat, you can wear it from easily spring, summer, like I said, early fall, especially daytime. And as far as occasions, like I said, this is a very classy smelling fragrance. So formal gatherings, even office wear is very appropriate, business gatherings, but easily casual as well. If you're gonna wear it that way, it'd work perfect in that area as well. This is extremely nice, a little easier to get a hold of now that the hype is kind of dying down, but you might have a little more difficulty. But usually at discounters, you can find this between the mid-20s to low $30 range. And if you can't find it for that or lower, it's a absolute steal. But yeah, really enjoyed this one, really nice, and can't wait to start wearing this one, especially as the heat gets up more and more. But again, it's this one here by Lafa. It is Mahir Legacy Silver. The next one here is one that not a lot of people may actually know about, or may have even noticed or thought about picking up. And actually, I've known about this one for a while, but I've just waited a little while with getting it. And now that I've got it in and I've worn it and I've used it, I don't know why I waited so late, because it is really, really good. It is actually by FragranceBuy.ca, the discounter. It is their own fragrance company called FOMO. And this is their one from their first 3 releases. It is called FOMO, a Fragheads Asylum. So just by the name of Fragheads Asylum, and even looking at the bottle, the colorization going from that blue to clear gradient, and even especially by smelling it, you'll know that this is meant to be a clone or a strong inspiration of Roja Parfum's Elysium, whether it be the Elysium Intense one, or the Pour Homme Parfum, or the clone, whichever one, it's going to smell similar to that whole DNA. It has a very strong citrus note on the top, which is very juicy, a little tart. It's extremely realistic and very, very refreshing. And you quickly behind it get a lot of musks, a little bit of a watery freshness, and a good bit of a clean but a little earthy vetiver note going all the way through it. A little bit of an aromatic kind of style as well. I know some people say it has a little bit of like a rosemary kind of herbaceousness to it, and I do see that. It's a little different from Hugo Boss's Hugo Reverse. That definitely has a strong rosemary note, but it still is in this one, even though it's not really listed in the note breakdown. And the note breakdown, this is not as extensive as Elysium, but there is still a lot of similarities with this. But this one is still very fresh, uplifting, bright, very clean. This also has a lot of classiness to it as well. So it's not gonna be too youthful, but also not too mature. It plays very well in between. A very small tad bit of a sweetness in there that goes along with the citrus, making it even more likable and even more easy to wear. Performance with this one, however, is not going to be the absolute best, but then again, a lot of the clones of Elysium are not going to be the best performing, including Elysium itself, from what I've heard, is not going to be the best performer because it is very citrus based. It does have a little bit of that kind of almost woody, musky vetiver dry down, but it's very, very light even when it gets to that point. But still, with this one, you're getting a very loud projection for that first little hour of the fragrance, and it's going to last about like the 4 to 5 hour mark, depending on, again, how you wear it, how you're moving, and if it's in air conditioning or not. But still, performance with this one for what it is really good, and along with that quality, very well put together. You can definitely tell it's more of a almost niche style because it is technically Fragrance Blind's niche brand. They're a fragrance discounter, but yet they're making their own fragrances, so they kind of have a little bit of money to throw around. Even though they do have a lot of money to throw around and this smells like money, this actually does not cost a whole lot either. I think when it first came out, it was around the $40 mark, but after some time, because this is one of the first releases they did, it has actually dropped down to sub $40, like 35 or 36. So it's still really good, under the mark that I try to keep things at for cheapies, but the quality on this compared to the price is astounding. Really, really nice. Again, very smooth, very good quality ingredients put in this, and very well blended. It's absolutely a treat to wear, very uplifting, brisk. It puts a smile on your face every time you smell it because it is just that kind of invigorating kind of citrus feel. I think as far as all the ones that I have here, this is going to be the most punching, juicy, sweet citrus note. And then for, Mahir Legacy is the more sparkling citrus. This is more of the tart, juicy citrus. In the last one, you'll see how that one is in a little bit. And even though this does smell very classy, formal, and mature, just like how Elysium does, it doesn't mean you can't wear it casually as well. This would make for a wonderful warm weather signature. I mean, something you can wear all the way from spring, like I said, summer, and even into the early fall. As long as it's warmer day or night, you can wear it easily in office wear, it's casual, formal, going out with friends or family, whichever you want to do. This would be perfect to wear along with it, and it would just smell great all the way around, just uplifting everyone's spirits. But yeah, really, really good. Absolutely love this one. Again, don't know why I waited so long to wear it, but I'm definitely gonna give it a lot of wear in the coming warm months. Again, it is this one here by FOMO. It is a Fragheads Asylum. Now to the third and last one here. It's one that I got a little while back, but yet I haven't put a whole lot of wear into it because I knew it was gonna be more geared toward the warm weather, but since it has warmed up, I've been wearing it a little bit and I absolutely love it. It's not gonna be the most interesting, most unique thing, but for what it does, it's really good at doing it, and it's not talked a whole lot about in the fragrance community for some reason, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it is right now. It is by OFFNON, and it is 9 AM Dive. So it has the same look and style of the bottle of 9 PM, which is kind of like the older cousin of this, the more popular one that everyone wants to get, but I think this one kind of gets left behind in its shadow and really needs to come out in the light a lot more. And you can obviously tell by the look of the bottle, the blue colorization, that it's going to be something that is more fresh, bright, light, meant for the summertime, probably a little more of an aquatic, oceanic feel, and that's a little bit of what you get, but it's not all what you get. But what I smell in this one is something that is at the front very, very green, very aromatic, but also very fruity, sweet, very airy and light. Has a lot of fruits in it like pineapple and apple. This also has mint in it as well, adding in a little herbaceous freshness. You also get a good bit of a little bit of an aquatic airiness in the middle, but not something that's too watery or too funky, just something to give a little bit of a briskness to it. And then in the dry down and quickly when it comes up, even in the mid, you get a lot of woodiness in here, which is nothing that's too harsh or too dry, but it's definitely there, giving a good base and a good masculine grounding feel to it. It's also a little musky in here as well, again, adding up lift and a lot of airiness to everything. What this one is not really a direct clone of something in particular, like a one-to-one. It's more of an amalgamation and an inspiration from a lot of different similar blue fragrances. Like for instance, this smells very similar to something like Blue de Chanel because they get a lot of the kind of Chanel airiness along with the woods that come out of that, but also you get a little bit of an aldehydic fresh quality and citric fruitiness like you would in YSL's Y. A lot of people compare it to that as well, but I also get a lot of sweet fruitiness like you'd get from Jimmy Choo Man men or Code for Men, but yet the pineapple that's in this is also very dominant, giving it a little bit of an Aventus kind of vibe as well. So it's like all of those fragrances all meshed together and blended and twisted and adding a good bit of a green top to it, and that's what you get with this fragrance. So again, not something that is direct one-to-one, but definitely has some similarities, but without being too redundant, and actually smells fairly unique for what it is doing. I think this is probably the better blue style fragrance you can get for this price, and I picked this one up for about $29.99 at a TJ Maxx of all places, and it's very similarly priced online as well. And as far as performance, this one is no slouch either, right along with what OFFNON usually does, which is giving all their fragrances really good performance. 9 PM, the cousin older flanker to this one, is a very good performer, and this one is right along with it. Easily 6+ hours with a medium, especially this first part of the fragrance, the first hour or two, a medium loud projection, and it dies off with still being very noticeable around you. It has a beautiful sillage and a really nice, like I said, clean, woody, almost aquatic, sweet dry down. It's really nice. Like I said, the best bang for buck blue fragrance you can get, and because it is a blue style fragrance, you probably could wear this more than just the warmer seasons, but this thing slaps and rocks hard in the warmer weather from spring, summer, early fall, even into later fall as well. Day or night, any situation, classy or formal or office or casual, playful, youthful, going out with friends, going to the movie theaters, or just going to a family gathering or a business meeting. Whatever you have going on, this thing will wear right along with you and smell great all the way through. Like I said, this is now one of my favorite top fragrances in my whole collection, that if I get rid of a lot of stuff, I will keep this one here because something about it is just so attractive and I really like it. And for the price point, I mean, it's hard to beat, especially when you look at prices that Chanel charges for the Bleu de Chanel line, and you can't find Chanel fragrances at a discounter. So really they had a lot of contention with this one here because it gets that same kind of almost quality and DNA and style that Chanel loves to put in their fragrances. So yeah, really good. Absolutely love this one, and I'd highly recommend that you pick this one up because it is not talked about a lot, and I think that everyone needs to be rocking this a lot more. But again, it is by OFFNON. It is 9 AM Dive. And there you go, guys, my 3 cologne fragrances that I would highly and specifically recommend to you to wear for the warmer seasons that we are now in and that we are going to continue going in for the next few months. I think these would be a perfect complement for your outfits, for your summery beach vibes, and the linens and the cottons and the shorts, the Hawaiian shirts, whatever you're wearing. I think these would go along with them great, helping you smell and feel more invigorated, lively, and refreshed, going right along with you, complementing everything that you're going to need to be doing in this summertime. Again, very versatile as well, either be daytime, nighttime, casual or formal, office, or out and about with friends in the nighttime. Whatever you're doing, these things will go wrong with you very well, and they're very high quality, very smooth. And even though they're clones, a lot of them have a little twist in there, little inspirations that keeps it from being too redundant, especially if you already have things that clone other fragrances like it. These will be a nice complement to that without being too repetitive. And if you already have these fragrances or things that are similar to these, or maybe you're looking at getting these and want to ask a few more questions, let me know in the comments below what you think or what you want to ask and talk about, or even the things that you'd recommend wearing in the warm weather as well, whether it be an original fragrance or even clones like these. Please let me know in the comments. I love reading your comments. I love replying back to you guys and getting that community going. It really is enjoyable. And if you have enjoyed this video and you like what you see here, please consider giving it a thumbs up and a like. Let me know to keep making videos just like this one. And what do you think also of these little shorter reviews, you know, 2 fragrances, 1 fragrance, 3, or shorter than 5, or maybe you want more than 5? Let me know about that in the comments below. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you see here or with what you see elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider supporting the channel by subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you can see when I upload more videos like this and better in the future. There's a lot of things that I have planned and I have coming down the pipeline, and I'd love for you to be right along with me on this cheap fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I could even help you discover something new along the way. And as usual, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you enjoyed it. And as usual, I'll see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.